Welcome back, fans. Welcome back to Chaos Corner. It's me. It's the GOC, here live to tape from Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel, 1985 Mid-South Championship Wrestling, in the ring right now for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. It's the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, against the champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Konnichiwa, bitches. I'm going to do the play-by-play and the color commentary over the Japanese ring announcers and the Japanese announce team here. I don't know what the fuck they're doing here for Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes in the Mid-South region in 1985. But fans, sit back, relax, get us into the algorithm, hit the like button, leave a comment for the World Heavyweight Championship of the NWA, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Thanks for being here, fans. There we go. Collar and elbow. Side headlock by Ric Flair. Nice reversal into a hammerlock by Dusty Rhodes. Fans, this is going to be a classic. Don't forget, Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. Over 2,000 videos of all the classics to current day, including my entire career with every hero, legend, rookie, young lion, veteran, a Hall of Famer that you could think of. Go back and check it out, fans, on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. And I'm going to keep rambling and rumbling and stumbling and fumbling and bumbling so you don't have to hear the Japanese announce team. Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair for the title. Let's let it breathe for a second. Now I'll say that to say this, because I tell it like it is. Here for Bill Watts, UWF, Mid-South Wrestling. I'm not quite sure why on this particular bout they have the Japanese announce team. There's been no play-by-play. There's been no color commentary. There's been no voiceovers done from this card in 1985 in Mid-South. We just came out of an unbelievable matchup with Hacksaw Butch Reed and Dirty Dutch Mantell. Before that, it was Ted DiBiase and Jake Roberts. Go back and check out these matches, and they had no commentary. JR, good old Jim Ross, was doing the public service announcement and the ring introductions, but no commentary team. Nice step over, leapfrog by Ric Flair. Big elbow by the American Dream, and down goes Flair in one of their classic battles, perhaps one of the best rivalries in the history of pro wrestling. Dusty Rhodes taking over control on the Nature Boy with a nice armbar, wrist lock, elbow, step over right now by Dusty Rhodes in the middle of the ring. Fans, this really has been an unbelievable bout here in Mid-South. You can see the crowd is all over the place down there. Outdoor venue. I'm not sure where it was. I'll have to go back and do my research. I wanted to get the content in this unbelievable championship match out to you, the fans. Again, you could tell the quality of the tape. You could tell this was from well over 30 years ago, but one of the classics. Remember, fans, you gotta pave the way for those that will come after you. And for those that are here today, let's not forget those carpenters that paved the way for you. You can't get to where you're going or even where you are unless you look back and acknowledge and respect and recognize where you've come from. I'm not saying be stuck in history or in the past. Look in that rearview mirror. Remember it. Recognize it. Don't forget where you come from. And then turn and look in that windshield and hit the gas and it's full speed ahead. Once again, Dusty Rhodes in full control of the left armbar here on Ric Flair for Mid-South 1985. Fans, I'm going to say that to say this because I have time to say it right now during this unbelievable championship, priceless classic matchup. In order to get respect, you have to start with respecting yourself. Once you do that, you open other people's minds to respecting you. Big reverse knife edge and chop by Ric Flair into a nice snapmare takeover by Flair on the American Dream. The trademark knee, but he misses it on the American Dream. The Dream right back up. He's going for the step over toe hold, going into the figure four, and then he gets it in. The American Dream has the figure four on Ric Flair. Who knew? Come on, Dream. Wait, I don't want to sign bias here. I've had a chance to meet and work with both men. Unbelievable history with Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair. Met Ric Flair back in the Boston Garden, probably in the middle 90s. Unbelievable. And, of course, had the chance to be on several events with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Actually tried to get the Dream to book me several times when he was with owning a Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling. Needless to say, I didn't make it down there. But talking and working with Dusty and being able to be in the same locker rooms and the same events is priceless. And being introduced to Ric Flair as Kevin Sullivan's tag team partner was kind of a big guffaw by the guy I was with, the legendary Bull Montana. I didn't team with Kevin Sullivan. And look at the American Dream shaking that finger, saying, "What you talking about, Ric Flair?" You can hear it in his voice, right? Rhodes with Flair in the corner. Big knife edge, big chop. Another chop by Dusty Rhodes. A third one, Flair in big trouble. And again, a beautiful snapmare by Dusty Rhodes himself. Ric Flair in big trouble. And here it goes with the double fist to the jib of Dusty Rhodes on Ric Flair. The left by Rhodes, another left, another bitch slap, that open hand, bang, and then the double fist to the proboscis, the rather large proboscis of Ric Flair. Down goes Flair. Dusty Rhodes with that trademark elbow. And then the face-first flop. Or as I used to call it back in the day, a la the Flintstones, the Fred Flintstone flop by Ric Flair. What's Dusty doing now? Working on that ankle, working on the right foot, the knee, the joints, the ligaments of the Nature Boy. This is for the NWA World Heavyweight title. Big elbow and tying up that leg of Ric Flair by the American Dream. And then Flair right to the eyes, the old eye rake. Listen, there's nothing more powerful than the eye rake or the eye poke in this business. Flair selling that right leg. Back up on Big Dust. Face first into the turnbuckle. Flair laying in some right hands now in the corner. Right here in front of us. Right above us here at ringside. 1985. IWF, UWF, whatever it's called, Mid-South Championship Wrestling. Bill Watts, one of the baddest asses in the territory days that you could imagine. And the referee getting involved again. This is 3 bouts in a row. Now Flair has Rhodes down with a beautiful armbar tying up Dusty Rhodes. Not the clearest of pictures, as you can see here in 1985 Mid-South Championship Wrestling. Flair using the top rope, actually the bottom rope, for more leverage to try to keep the big man down with that armbar. And these referees, whether it's 2023 in AEW or 1985 in Mid-South, they have their heads up their ass. The brain of a dehydrated BB, as I always say. The brain of a turnbuckle. Some of these referees are so incompetent. How the fuck did they even make it into the business? Once again, Flair, and I don't have to cuss to get over, but sometimes it just comes out. Well, my apologies for that one, fans. Flair keeping Dusty Rhodes, the much bigger man, tied up, sapping the energy of the American Dream. Both men back up to their feet. Rhodes with incredible stamina for a man in his shape. Beating Flair back into the corner. Rights, lefts. Big knee to the Labans, the Panzone, the rather large midsection of the American Dream, but definitely in my Mount Rushmore and one of my favorite grapplers of all time. The charisma didn't matter, once again, as I've said about others in the past, race, color, creed, culture. He was the everyman that connected with everyone. We were more advanced racially and in every other way in life in the 70s and 80s, pushing forward than we are here in this bullshit in 2023. But that's another story, another show for another time here on Chaos Corner. Flair working over with those short rights to the jawline, to the face, to the nose, to the eyes of Dusty Rhodes. Those short punches like that gain a lot of power. Look at how legendary Bruce Lee was. Yeah! What's that kung fu fighting with those short punches? There was no one like Bruce Lee with that 2 inches of power that could knock you on your ass. Dusty Rhodes right now with the comeback. Both men going back and forth here. Reversal by Rhodes. Flair off the ropes. And Rhodes into a sleeper hold. He has a sleeper on the champ. Sleeper hold. Wrenching it in. A legit hold that'll put anybody out. You ask some of these sons of bitches and scumbags and despicable human beings in the streets who've been choked out by good law-abiding citizens. That's another story for another time here. We don't want to get political. 2023. I like to kick it in the ass. Flair is out. Flair's in big trouble. He's close to the ropes, though, and you know Flair's ring awareness. Dusty trying to grind down, putting all his 300 pounds onto the body, sapping the strength and the wind out of the Nature Boy. Once again, the ring awareness of Ric Flair to put the leg on the bottom rope as he's being choked unconscious is unbelievable. Now you know why. Ric Flair, perhaps the dirtiest and greatest player in the game, 16-time world champion. Woo! And I don't mark out. That's right, I said it, a mark. Look at Dusty Rhodes shaking the legs, doing the old jive soul bro, kind of like Slick or JYD or handsome boogie woogie man Jimmy Valiant. Nice reversal. Into the turnbuckle goes Ric Flair. Big body slam by Dusty Rhodes. Gets Flair up and down, goes crashing to the canvas. And Dusty with the big elbow drop. Here's the cover. Only a 2 count. The Dream did not hook the leg. Once again, not hooking the leg by these veterans, by these legends. Nice reverse knife edge. Down goes Flair. Methodical match here. And once again, Dusty with the big elbow, but he misses. Flair smart enough, aware enough, after being beaten from Dusty Rhodes to roll out of the way. Both men, as you can see right now, sucking wind, perhaps blown up, and that's even hard to say. That's the most important thing here in the world of pro wrestling. Flair near the ropes, setting up Dusty's legs on the ropes, trying to wear down the big man, take out his legs. Smart move by Ric Flair. Smart moves by any wrestler who takes out a body part, breaks it apart, works it apart, stays on it, and does it throughout the whole bout to weaken that body part so you can go for the pin or the submission. That's what Flair is doing right here with Big Dust, and it works in any and every match. And here it goes. Spinning toe hold into the figure 4. There it is. The famous figure 4 by Ric Flair. Rhodes is in big trouble. The American Dream isn't going to tap. He's in huge trouble in the middle of the ring right now. 1985 Mid-South Wrestling NWA World Heavyweight Championship. The Nature Boy and the American Dream here on Chaos Corner. Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. Listen to the emotion, the passion. That's what you get here on the YouTube channel for Guardian of Chaos and Chaos Corner. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog. Is Rhodes going to reverse it? This is the only way you can break this figure 4. Rhodes has to try to reverse this on the Nature Boy. Persona non grata. And Flair keeps the figure 4 on the American Dream. There it is. Woo! Again, fans, I apologize for not the best camera work here. Again, this is from 1985. This is classic pro wrestling history. Priceless, in my opinion. The American Dream about to roll over the Nature Boy. Fans, go back and check out this feud. One of the best in pro wrestling history. Rhodes has it over. It's reversed. Flair's in big trouble, screaming out in pain here on Chaos Corner. You can hear it. We're right on top of the action, and Rhodes has to break it as once again Flair gets to the ropes. There's no denying his ring awareness, his generalship. It's unbelievable. What's Flair going to do? He's going to the ropes. He's going to the high rent district. He's going to the top rope. Rhodes is on his feet. Here we go. Rhodes has the champ. What's he going to do? Big body slam from the top rope by the American Dream on the Nature Boy. This could be it. Flair's in trouble. Begging off in the corner. Typical Ric Flair. Come on, Dusty, go in. Don't let him get away with this. This is how you lose the match. Trying to get Flair out. Big knee to the midsection. Far side, and there goes Ric Flair over the top rope, back into the ring. Dusty, get on top of him. You have to get on him if you're going to try to win this championship. Big elbow by Dusty Rhodes on Flair. Flair back in the corner. 15 minutes in here on this championship match, as you just heard JR over the public address system. No copyrights, no infringements. I don't own any of the material, any of the music. And again, a ref bump. What the fuck is going on here in UWF Mid-South? Bill Watts, 3 bouts in a row, 3 big ref bumps. And now here in the main event for the championship, far side goes Flair. Rhodes picks him up, reversal. Rhodes to the side, far side. A big clothesline by Rhodes. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rhodes gets at least a 5 count on Ric Flair after that flying clothesline by Dusty Rhodes. Now he's looking for the ref. Flair laying in the weeds. Punch to the midsection. No referee once again. 3 bouts in a row, and Rhodes goes over the top rope. Rolls back in. No referee. Flair and Rhodes going back and forth. Chops, elbows, knife edges. Flair going, he's going to go for a pile driver. Is he going to get the big man up? No. Rhodes gets Flair up. Over the top rope goes Ric Flair. No referee in sight. This is a Donnybrook, a Pier 6 brawl. Saturday night on the docks. Rhodes brings in Flair via suplex the hard way. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's going on? Wait, the ref breaks it up. Rhodes thinks he's won. He's got his hands in the air. The ref says no. Flair's prone in the middle of the ring. The referee's talking to the ringside announcer, the bell keeper. What the hell's going on? Here's the announcement. Wait, the victory goes to Ric Flair. I think Rhodes has been disqualified. What the heck is going on? Rhodes has been disqualified for throwing Ric Flair over the top rope. And there's the NWA Championship gold. Flair holds on to the title. The ref raises his hands. Over the top rope disqualification. You don't see any of that here in 2023. And there it is. Ric Flair regains the NWA Heavyweight Championship, or actually retains against the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. 1985 Mid-South Wrestling here on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel, with your old buddy, the Guardian of Chaos for Chaos Corner. Now here's the replay. The knife edge by Flair. He goes to set up Dusty for a pile driver. Dusty with the reversal, and then lifts up Flair and throws him over the top rope. What the hell is going on? All right, fans, come on back. Don't you dare miss it.